I'm Jesse from Edge of Reality, and this is my Guitar Slave. I'm going to explain to you some concepts behind Moldy Banana Bread from Vicious Circle. It kind of goes like this. When I first approached writing this section, I had this riff idea in 5 that went a little something like... So you may have noticed that little measure of 4 at the end there. I put that in there because I actually ended up putting a riff in 7 underneath it. You may have also noticed that there's an open E string on the top and an open A string on the bottom that are constantly ringing out. I did different things with the harmony to change the relationship of that A and E depending on the chord that was happening. Basically, it's just one shape and it's in an inverted chordal, which is a second and then a fourth. The pattern happens for 4 measures of 5/8 and then moves up a whole step for another 4 measures of 5/8, back to the original position for another 4 measures of 5/8, and then up a half step. So that's going to be a total of 16 measures of 5/8, and then there's the extra 4/8 measure. And if you do the math, that's a total of 84 eighth notes in the pattern, which lines up to exactly 12 measures of 7, which I used for the second riff. So that lines up with the hey. So as far as the harmony for this riff, every time I changed the bass line underneath to imply different modes passing through each time. So we have E, F sharp, C sharp, B, and then that low A for the first time through the riff. For the first 3 times through, the implied harmony is just going to be just F sharp minor. Okay, and then the second, when you move up a whole step, you still have the open E on top, and then you have a G sharp, D sharp, C sharp, and then the low A. Harmonize that as a G sharp minor every time, which means that that open A sounds a little funky, but it just kind of works out. And then, when it goes back to the original position, I treat it as an A major every time, so that F sharp actually acts as a 6, basically an A 6/9. If you notice, the first 3 times through, we get this F sharp minor to G sharp minor to A, so we get this moving up bass line. But then when we get to the last time through, when we go up a half step, it's this dramatic change. So I wanted to make that a little bit different each time. So the first time through, it's a C. So we have E, G, D, C, and A. So basically a C 6/9. The second time, I wanted it to sound even more out, so I made it an F, and actually it just changes it so that the D and the A, which were the 6 and the 9 for the C, become the and it's actually still an F 6/9 because all the notes in this chord can be arranged in a chordal. Now I noticed that I really liked the movement harmonically from the C the first time to the F the next time. I didn't tell you to play yet. I liked the movement from C to F, and I wanted to capture that same dramatic change again. I decided to move another fourth, and I harmonized it as a B flat, which is actually going to be a B flat sharp 11 with a 13. Yeah, so... And the turnaround is always a D. Well, that is that riff from Moldy Banana Bread. Stay tuned for some more. No.